Welcome to Smashie Reviews. I am Smashie, obviously, and today I will be talking about The Faculty. For starters, yes, I am in a new location. I'm actually in Kanban's bedroom. I spent like a whole last week at her house, so I decided might as well get this video out of the way. I cannot sit on this bed because it is a bunk bed, as you can see, so I'd be hitting my head constantly. Yeah, just to get that out of the way. For starters, if you're new, I do have a checklist I like to go over: plot, set, gore, acting, dialogue, and score. It's usually done in no particular order, but I just honestly just write it down however I write it down. Sometimes it's in the order that I have pronounced it, or it's just in a random ass order. Alright, so with that being said, let's get into the basics and we'll get into everything else. This movie was directed by Robert Rodriguez. It stars Elijah Wood, Josh Hartnett, Clea Duvall, Jordana Brewster, Laura Harris, Shawn Hatosy, and Robert Patrick. It was released December 25th, 1998. The synopsis for this film goes as written. Students suspect that their teachers are aliens after bizarre occurrences. Okay, let's get on down to my checklist. It starts off pretty smooth. It goes into the whole alien possession thing quite a bit. Then it starts off, with the main cast of characters. I like the idea of water being the species' main source of life, like of its life. Water was definitely, I noticed it was definitely a reoccurring theme in this movie, or excuse me, like a reoccurring element. So you could definitely figure out that, it's going to be like a key thing in the movie if you're one of those that pays attention. They have a slight nod to The Thing, where they take Zeke's drug to prove that they are not infected with the alien parasite, and in The Thing they used their blood and something else I can't exactly remember. I like the plot overall, and I do like that they mixed in a few nods to different movies, like The Thing and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which has been mentioned a few times in the film. And I got some Breakfast Club vibes a bit, which is funny because when I looked it up, for the details and everything, I noticed that that's what someone else said too. And I'm like, I guess I'm not the only one that noticed that, so kudos to them. Something about the plot that I didn't like, however, was the fact that you could tell that, that someone didn't belong. So, kind of rephrasing into that, you could tell that Mary Beth was a bit, out of place, since it was later revealed, that she was the alien queen. I did like that they went into why her species decided to invade Earth, and it gave the viewers a sense of why this happened and why she decided to move her people down. So that's it on the plot. The acting was pretty decent for a film like this. First, I'd like to say that Jordana's character, Delilah, I love Jordana, so I was, really with her character in this movie. She played her character so well. I just loved how she brought out the bitchiness, but also the sweetness in a way. Along with Elijah Wood, he played Casey, the nerd. I thought his acting was pretty good as well, and it's crazy because he actually fit the role of the nerd. I've seen Josh Hartnett in Halloween H20 and Penny Dreadful, so I know that he's a good actor based on the stuff that I've seen him in. The only problem I had with his character, Zeke, who wasn't as bad boyish, if you catch the drift. The rest of the cast and all the characters, they just really came together, and their acting, the separate actors acting just really made the whole film pop. Like the acting, it was pretty decent as well. It was cringe on some levels, but then again, it's a late 90s horror. Of course, there's going to be always, there's going to be comedy in those kind of movies, but there's always some comedy in horror nowadays, so there's really nothing wrong with that. I don't have much to say about the dialogue, so this one is cut short. mostly just a high school, really. Nothing really special, just a regular high school. Also, I guess you can count it as part of the set, but there was a lot of water involved, and it was amazing how it was just a very big recurring element. I love that. Little to none. There was a scene where one of the teachers gets his fingers chopped off, and they start to move. Then another teacher gets beheaded, and of course you got the Miss Drake killing, where they shoot her in the head and pour Zeke's drug on her. Honestly, it's very difficult to talk about the gore since there was little to none, and I wasn't really impressed with it either, with what was shown. I wasn't really impressed with it either. The score was composed by Marco Beltrami, and for one, I just love Marco's work. He composed for the first Resident Evil with Marilyn Manson, I believe, and the Scream series, and of course, many more. Many more. Overall, the cue for this movie was very impressive, as all of his work is. I enjoyed it. I think the music that was composed was really good for the scenes, and, well, the scene that it pretty much just made, like, it matched up the whole theme of what the scene was about. If that, yeah. It's your typical horror themed music. It builds up and gets intense, whereas in some parts, it's soft, and I would like to say ominous, but it's not really. Overall, I actually enjoyed this movie. From start to finish. If you haven't seen it and you are into alien movies, this one is for you. It's a definite recommend. I don't normally go for these kind of films, and I'm not really an extraterrestrial movie type person, but this one was a pretty good watch in my opinion. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's all I got on the faculty. Thank you for watching and being patient as always, and don't forget to like and leave a comment down below telling me what you thought of the movie. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and watch our other vids. We'd very much appreciate that. Unfortunately, I do not have my jar with me, so I can't pick a film out of it. So therefore, at the top of my head, I will be reviewing Pumpkinhead. Not like I'll actually be reviewing it off the top of my head. That's literally the first movie. But I legit had to. You know. Pumpkinhead. Just, yeah. Probably some Sleepy Hollow type shit. I don't know. Anyway, I'm Smashie. I will see you guys soon.